How's it going then, everybody? Hope you're all doing very well. Welcome back to another video here on the Analyst Extra channel. Today, we're bringing you something a little bit different, if I'm being completely truthful with you. We're going to be talking about and kind of letting you guys know and hopefully getting some of you guys involved with it as well with regarding to me getting back into my running. Now, originally, this channel that we started here was all about my running when I was training for a marathon, which I ran in 2019, which was a very long time ago. And yeah, we've had a bit of a weird year in 2020. I've not ran, so I ran that marathon in November 2019. I've probably ran 10 to 15 times since then, so really not a lot. And I kind of just wanted to give you a bit of a talk today, open up a little bit with regards to everything really, and really try and get a message across and let you know what's going to be happening here on the Analyst Extra channel. Obviously, if you clicked on this video and you don't know who I am, my name is Alex, also known as the FIFA Analyst. I run a YouTube channel called the FIFA Analyst where we help people get better at FIFA. So I predominantly sit down and play video games all day for a living. That's what I do. Sit down at a computer desk, play FIFA, and that's pretty much yeah, what we do. So in terms of everything and what we're going to expect to see on the channel, I have gone ahead and picked back up a GoPro. So what I'm planning on doing for these runs is taking you guys along with me, talking you through a lot of my runs, trying to educate myself, educate you guys, and just everything really, and really try and bring the motivation up for myself and for you lot as well. So first of all, let's kind of talk about we're going to go into what we're going to do for this week as well. So if you guys do want to get involved, I'm going to let you know what our running plan is for the week. For a beginner, all you need some shoes, really. You've probably got some running shoes lying around or just some form of shoes. You don't need to go out and spend loads of money. If you've got any sort of shoes lying around that are capable to run in, for now, just as a beginner, just use them, right? It doesn't matter what shorts you've got. You don't need all the equipment. You don't need to go and spend hundreds and hundreds of pounds. If you've just got something that you can put on and get out and go and get running, then please do that just to start off with, right? For the first few weeks, we're not going out and we're not, running 20 miles or 10 miles and do these sprints or anything. Nothing like that. It's relatively easy. I just encourage you, first of all, to get out with me, all right? So make sure you got some of them. So yeah, we're going to go through our running week, what we're going to be doing. But before I do that, and what we can expect to see here on the channel, I kind of just want to talk really more than anything, start off with. I've got my coffee here with me as well. So for ourselves, as I said, I ran a marathon in November 2019. I ran a half marathon during that period as well. And I also ran a 5K, just a park run, and a 10K at Worcester. And that was where I did my 10K race. So I've not got loads of running experience, but I did quite a little bit throughout that year as I was training for the marathon. Obviously, we ran the marathon for my granddad for Alzheimer's and dementia. We raised a lot of money for that, which was great, and I really enjoyed it. And then after 2019, really, I didn't really run. Obviously, 2020 as a whole for pretty much everybody was a very weird year. Obviously, gyms were shut for a lot of it. They're reopening now and then they're closing again now. And overall, just motivation for everyone to get out and really look after themselves was probably at an all-time low, I would imagine. Me, myself, I'm at the second heaviest I've ever been. So the heaviest I was, if you don't know, I have epilepsy. So when I was on my epileptic tablets, I put on a load of weight in a short period of time. I mean, an absolute load of weight. I think the heaviest I've been is 105 kilograms. Today, as of weighing myself, was 103 kilograms. Now, I used to go to the gym back in 2016 quite consistently. Yeah, when I was back in college. About that. Yeah, about 2016, high school, college. Yeah. And I was in fairly decent shape, to be honest, and I was about 75 kilograms then. I'm 23 years of age now, and I weigh 103 kilograms. And overall, just in terms of me and myself, I don't feel good, right? I feel honestly quite shit, really. I know I still have a base level of fitness, I can run up the stairs and feel out of breath, but then I know sometimes I go out on these random runs or whatever, and then I don't feel that bad. I can actually run for quite a prolonged period of time. But as a whole, yeah, I'm not looking after myself, right? I'm eating bad. As I said, with the year that we've had, just even going to the shop and eat, getting proper healthy meals in was a bit difficult. So I'd have takeaways left, right, and centre, McDonald's breakfast, just absolutely everything. It's just been a really bad year. 2020 is a year that we've learned a lot about ourselves as humans, I suppose. And yeah, it's just been a terrible year for me. It's been such a great year in terms of what we've managed to achieve with the YouTube channel and streaming and coaching and whatnot on FIFA. But for me and myself, I haven't looked after myself, and that's something that I need to definitely change this year. I can't keep doing what I'm doing basically. So yeah, that's kind of that in terms of it's a bad year. And for yourself, by the way, if you're sat here as well, maybe you live alone, or you've got family or whatever. You might be on furlough, you might be out of work, you might be in work, whatever it is. Obviously, the whole COVID situation, we're all dealing with it. I know how hard it is to motivate yourself to get out of bed, go and do anything. I know how hard it is to go out on a run, go out and do this, go out and do that, right? This is something that, we're probably going to share a lot together. Some of you may carried on running, training, whatever you were doing, and props you if you have been. But for me, my sort of day-to-day schedule normally looks like I kept trying. So this is a problem that I've always had in my life, you see. I plan out what I want to do and like a daily routine. I'm going to get up at 6 o'clock. I'm going to go out on a run. I'm going to walk the dogs. I'm going to have some breakfast, and I'm going to go to work. And it's obviously before I did this in my job, and that would constantly be a do this, do this, this. And every week I'd like, Monday, we're going to do this. Monday comes, I hit the snooze button, we go again. And I just constantly have this battle of trying my hardest to like set this perfect routine and stick to this routine, and letting myself down every time. Some days I'd do it for like a day, 2, 3, and then I'd go back into my old habits. Obviously now I have the luxury of, I work from home, I'm my own boss, and I can get up when I want, and I can do whatever I want when I want, essentially. I kept trying over the last 2-3 months, even with FIFA 21 coming out and focusing on that, to say, I'm going to get up at 7 o'clock. I'm going to go out on a run. I'm going to start work 9, half 9. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And it never happened. Never happened. Because I'd end up staying up late the night before. I just sleep more than intended to, or whatever it is, right? I've now realised and just said to myself, stop trying to be the perfect person and get up at 6 o'clock. Go out on a run, go and do this. I basically the schedule that I've kind of created is for me. I'll go to bed late. I prefer staying up late. I don't like getting up early in the morning, and that's just something that I don't like doing. So I've decided, you know what, we're going to go to bed about 3:30 in the morning, which is the time that I normally tend to go, and I wake up about 10 o'clock. So I don't really get the most amount of sleep. This problem, right? I think I personally do better on like 6 hours of sleep, but sometimes I'll go and sleep 10, 11 hours and feel terrible for it. I don't like in the middle. 6 hours is kind of what I should be at. That's how it works for me. It's not good to sleep 6 hours. You should sleep anywhere from 7 to 9. But that's what I've kind of said. And I'm going to be doing a lot of my runs late at night, about 10, 11 o'clock at night. You go and run whenever suits you. If you've got heart, and don't get me wrong, you don't need 2 hours to go out on a run. You need half an hour, 40 minutes to start off with. And if you can get that, and you can get that, you can cut out time on social media, TV, whatever. You can find some time to do that for sure. And I need to stop making that excuse myself. I always prioritize, make this video, take on that coaching session at 10 o'clock at night, do this, do that. And I don't go and look after myself, which is something that, as I said, I'm definitely needing to do. So that's how my routine's going to go. Yeah, I'm going to get up at 10 o'clock roughly. I start my day about 10:30, and we have a shower and everything. I've kind of planned out how I want my days to be structured, and a lot of my runs will happen later on in the evening because that suits me. You find whatever suits yourself. All right. So how are we going to look? First of all, I'm not going to show you on screen because there's a lady out there called Sarah Place. She's on YouTube. She's a running coach. She makes videos herself and whatnot. She's put together a plan for me. So I'm going to walk you through the plan. Obviously, I don't want to show you the plan because, obviously this is a paid service, which we've done with her. But I'm happy to outlay what we've been told to do for, the upcoming week. So for this week, for our first week together, I'm going to go through in a minute. We have created like a Strava club as well. So you guys can join the club. You can put your runs in there. I might even, if you want, create like a Discord section for running and just general fitness and everything, so we can, people can motivate each other. If you're ever feeling not 100% or whatever, really try and spread that positivity. So this week, these runs can happen whenever suits you best, whatever day suits you best. Ideally, it's about the rest days in between. So if you go and we don't want you to go and run Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because when you're new to running, so for me, I'm overweight. If I go and run loads to start off with, what will happen is I'll get shin splints, which is where basically your shins are struggling to take on the weight of you hitting the ground and running with that heavy weight. That's something that a lot of beginner runners do struggle with, and you may receive that yourself. So you really have to take it nice and steady at the start. And running on like soft surfaces. So if you can run on Like where I used to, when I started running originally, I used to go over to a park, and they used to have like like a wood chip sort of thing at the park, just on the path, and that was really soft to run on, so that was good. But yeah, like running on concrete would be really bad for you to start off with, so you can go to the park or something. That'd be great. And we're going to start off with 3 runs this week. Okay, now for you, so the first run, to be fair, for like a beginner, is probably quite difficult, really. We're scheduled in for a 10-minute run, 2-minute break, 3 times over. So we do 10 minutes of running, 2-minute walk, 10 minutes running, 2-minute walk, 10 minutes running, 2-minute walk. So it'll be 36 minutes in total. That's not including warm up and cool down. So for me to warm up, I always do dynamic stretches, which where you move along, you do lunges, heel kicks, and all that sort of stuff. There's plenty of videos out there on YouTube. I'll do one myself in the future, but for now, if you just type in running warm up, do them. That takes 5 to 10 minutes. You go on your run, you get back, and then you do static stretches to really loosen up the body. And that takes another 10 to 15 minutes. So really here we're probably looking at about 45 minutes to 50 minutes, give or take, within reason, if you can. And as I said, that 10-minute run, that's a solid 10-minute of running, which for me, if you can run at 10 minutes a mile, which is very comfortable, and you do a mile. So that's already a 3-mile run there, give or take. For you, that's probably going to be quite a lot if you've never ran before, or you've not ran for years and years and years. So if that's the case, you don't need to do that. You might only go and do that once or twice. If you do 10-minute run, 2-minute walk, and that's more than enough, that's fine. It doesn't matter. Even still, when you go out, if you say, I'm going to do the 3 times 10-minute run, 2-minute walk, and you realize I can't run that far, like, genuinely, I can't breathe and all that sort of stuff, that's fine. That's absolutely acceptable. Just walk. If you run for 2 minutes and you need to stop and you need to walk, walk. Run for 2 minutes, walk. Run for 2 minutes, walk. Whatever it is, it does not matter. It's about being outside and being on your feet and doing stuff, all right? Don't feel ashamed. Don't feel bad if you can't do, whatever it is. It really doesn't matter. If you get out there on Monday, Tuesday, whenever you decide to do this run, and you say, okay, I did 10 minutes, I did 6 minutes of running, and I did 4 minutes of walking, and I did, a couple of minutes of like really, really, really light jogging. It doesn't matter. What did you do the week before or the day before? Well, nothing. I sat on the sofa. So that's fine. To start off with, it is literally about putting those shoes on and getting out the door and actually going and doing something. And that's something that I'm guilty of myself. The other night, I decided, let's go out on a run. It was snowing, and I went out and I just did a 1.5 miles. And that to me then was... It wasn't loads of time, but I felt so much better when I got back of just being outside and actually doing something and doing something different, right? So that's our main priority, right? So if honestly you feel, I can't do this, that's fine, but just stay out there and just walk and just get some time on your feet via walking. If it's more than what you had done previously, then that's absolutely fine. So that's what we're going to be doing on Monday. I'll be doing that run myself on Monday evening, quite late on. Tuesday and Wednesday are rest days for so-called to the calendar. So for me, I'm going to go to the gym on Tuesday evening. This is my plan. I also want to try and get some full body exercises in. The gym, fortunately enough for me, is still open actually, and I'm just going to do a full body workout. Nothing too major. Probably take about 45 minutes. That's just me. You guys don't need to worry about that. For Wednesday, I've got another rest day. And then Thursday, we're back at it. So we're going to get back out running on Thursday. We've got a 15-minute easy run with 3 minutes of walking after that. So 15-minute run, 3-minute walk, 15-minute run, 3-minute walk. That's what we've got. Look at that again. That's 36 minutes out on our feet. 15-minute run, 3-minute walk. 15-minute run, 3-minute walk. And that's what we're doing. So that's the same. Friday, Saturday, we've got 2 rest days, which is very nice. And then we've got an easy run of 20 minutes on Sunday. Just a solid 20 minutes running, easy. Now, the paces that we're going at with this easy running for the whole of this week, it should be capable for you to hold a conversation while having this walk. If you feel like having this run, this is something that you feel that you struggle with, how do you pace tempo? Because a lot of runners, when they first get out, they just want to run as quick as they can when you don't want to be doing that. Honestly, call someone. Get Bluetooth on, have your headphones in, call someone. Go and check up on someone, make sure they're all okay, have a conversation with them. You're going to be running along. If you can't hold that conversation, you're going too quick. If it means literally going at a snail's pace and jogging, that's level. It's got to be easy for you. Each runner is completely different. So make sure you do that when you are out. So if we just quickly run over to this screen now, I have created a FIFA analyst running club. I will do more with this. I'll get all everything kind of added up. I'll put a link in the description in the comment section for you guys to join this. And this is where someone does a run themselves. It will show on the recent activity, so then I can give it a like, give you guys a comment, and everyone else can get involved and all that sort of stuff. If you have any questions, people in there can help out, all that sort of stuff. I'd really, really recommend it. And as I said, that's how we're kind of going to be. We're going to be approaching everything. We'll be taking this little bad boy out with us, so you guys can kind of come along. I'm not too sure how frequent the videos will be, but yeah, I really, really want to kind of focus on that as a whole, and looking after ourselves a little bit more and kind of doing it on that front. All right, so that's where we're at. As I said, it's gonna be a long journey, a difficult journey. Again, I've ran a marathon before. I know I'm one capable of getting out and running. I just keep sitting around moping and going, oh, the world's bad, COVID, all this and that, thinking that things are just going to get better. And quite honestly, they're not, unless we do something about it ourselves, if we don't go and look after ourselves. So in terms of my nutrition as well, I use a company called Muscle Food for my lunches. They send me 2 weeks worth of lunches, which you just pop in the microwave, about 7-8 minutes. They've got some nice meals there. Again, because I'm lazy, I won't go and make a nice fresh meal myself, because I prioritize making videos, streaming, coaching, all that sort of stuff. And then in the evening, I have whatever me and the missus have got planned for dinner. And then in the morning, I tend to normally have, this is when I'm in my running, kind of zone, I have porridge with chia seeds, some peanut butter, and some dark chocolate. If you want to see maybe a day in the life or something as I get back into the swing of things, I'm more than happy to do that. That's not a problem. And that's kind of where we're at and what the plans are. All right. So I thought we'd just have this conversation really. You guys let me know what you think down in the comment section below. And get involved, right? Really, really do get involved. Running something you think, you know what, fancy giving it a go. Really do get involved. It's honestly, I know I haven't ran properly in ages, but I know I should. And when I was out running, it was one of the best things that I kind of ever did, really. And that achievement and that feeling of running a marathon is something that I kind of want to get back to as well. And being able to know that I can do that as and when required. Really weird one, I know, but yeah, that's kind of it. So thank you all for watching this video, something a little bit different. If you enjoyed it, give it a like, drop your thoughts down below, and I'll catch all you guys in the next video. Bye bye.